Well, Cuphead and his pal Mugman, they like to roll the dice. By chance they...
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful day here at IndiasMafia's channel. As you can see here, we are tackling the game of the day. Everyone seems to be playing. So I could not resist playing this game. So, it's also one of those games that you just kind of have to share with everybody. I really see this, making YouTube videos as two opportunities. One, I get to do what I love, which is editing. Two, I get to share a private experience with a larger audience, whether that be just my friends that I share the videos with after this video, or whether it be a larger audience, you know, with a few exceptions. Anyway, so as we get started, for those of you that hate to read like me, once upon a time, in a magical place called Inkwell Isle, there were two brothers named Cuphead and Mugman. Wow. They lived without a care under the watchful eye of Elder Kettle. One day, the two boys wandered far from home, and despite Elder Kettle's many warnings, ended up on the wrong side of the tracks and enters the Devil's Casino. Inside, Cuphead and Mugman soon found themselves on a winning streak at the craps table. Hot dang, exclaimed the King Dice and the casino's sleazy manager. These fellas can't lose. Nice run, boys, laughed the newcomer. The brothers gasped as it was casino owner, the devil himself. Now, how about we raise the stakes? He suggested with a toothy grin. With one more roll, all the loot in my casino will be yours. With the devil boomed, but if you lose, I will have your souls. Deal? Man, I really hope this sounds good in post, but Cuphead, blinded by easy riches, nodded and grabbed the dice for a throw. Good gosh, Cuphead, no! Cried Mugman, for he understood the danger, but it was too late. Snake eyes, laughed the devil while slamming the floor. You lose! The brothers trembled in fear as he loomed over them. Now about those souls. The brothers pleaded for their very lives, that there must be another way to repay you. Mugman stammered. Yes, please, mister. Cuphead added. Perhaps there is. The devil snickered, pulling out his parchment. I have here a list of runaway debtors. Collect their souls for me, and I might pardon you two mugs. Now get going, the devil roared, kicking the boys out most rudely. You have till midnight tomorrow to collect every one of those souls, otherwise I'll be collecting yours. Cuphead and Mugman were terribly frightened and ran away as fast as they could. Come on, Mug, panted Cuphead. We have to find the Elder Kettle. He'll know what to do. I really juggled whether or not I should use voices. Like, I have a really good devil voice, but it's too devilish. Like, back in the day, their devil voice was just kind of a sneering villain. It wasn't actually like, ladies. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that wasn't a very good laugh, but you get what I'm saying. What a fine pickle you boys have gotten yourselves into. I know you don't want to be the pawns of the devil, but if you refuse, I can't bear to imagine your fates. You must play along for now, collect those contracts, and you'd best be ready for some nasty business. Your debtor friends won't be able to be very friendly once you've confronted them. In fact, I expect that they'll transform into terrible beasts. That's the expectation. Take this potion so they won't hang you out to dry. I will give you the most remarkable magical abilities. Now go to my writing desk and use the mystical inkwell there. You need to prepare yourself for a scrap. Study all 1930 animation, and the reason all of these animations look so fantastic is because everything was actually done in the original technique and art style. I mean, sorry, not just art style, but the actual way that they used to make animation back in the day. So the first thing is they used to draw everything cell by cell. So nowadays, this might be impertinent, but now I saw my friend using that. I 100% want that. Nope. Goodbye. So nowadays what we do is they do every 5th frame, right? So now you got to equip those purchases, so you want to use them. Look at the equipment card, bums. Yep. Oh, he looks suspicious. So yeah, so nowadays we draw everything every 5 frames, and we draw what they call I think it's something like placement frames, something like that out there. All right, I'm gonna finish this sentence because I'm actually really excited to share. So and then after they draw all the keyframes, right, they send off all of the individuals to be exported by Korean artists or something like that. And those are the people that draw the in-between frames, because it's such an arduous task that they don't have time for that kind of stuff, especially when you're dealing with something like 60 frames, 30 frames, etc. But back in the day, first off, it was always animated around 24 frames, but that wouldn't be at the actual animation rate. They would actually be animating somewhere around 5 to 8 frames. And then on top of that, they would draw each cell back to back. So each of these animation steps are drawn consecutively, which most people think is how animation works, but actually they haven't done that since the 1930s. That's how you get that really beautiful and smooth animation flow, is just drawing each step over and over and over again. There's a bunch of other techniques too that involved in this, but it's a lot of work went into making this game. Eh, it works. That's all that matters. Yeah, I got a fair hand of it. Oh, I totally parried that. My glasses are falling off. I'm not supposed to jump, am I? Ugh. I don't know. I don't know what he does. That looks bad. I forget the dash button. I think that's lock on. Triangle. Oh, that was close. I turned off notifications. Why does it keep popping? Ugh. I got a B. Oh yeah, so you weren't supposed to parry the raindrops. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. It's been wonderful. Hopefully I'll get better at talking while playing over video games as I do this more often and consistent. But I appreciate your tolerance so far, and I will try to do better. Have a beautiful day, and thank you for joining.